Hello everybody. On there. If I can get my camera over up there. Hold on. There we go. Well, anyways, day look number 1 for the Pep Assembly occasion. I've already moisturized my skin, primed my lids, and curled the lashes for this, and also highlighted my cheekbones to cut out the time so that we can focus on the rest of it. Well, if you can't, the camera can't pick it up. There is glitter on my face. Oh, there. I'd only applied it to the cheekbones area, as you can see. There we go. Up to the temple and around the cheekbone. Which is a more substantial highlight for special occasions, even during the day, where it's okay to get a little more dramatic where you want it to be. So anyways, here we go. I don't know why it's so blurry right now, but I'm going to get started with the eyes. Why I curled earlier, so we can focus on that without taking up extra time, you know what I mean. Well, anyways, today I'm going to be using Wedge by MAC here. You can use a dupe to that if you got that. I hear that True Taupe by NYX is a good one of those, or that one shadow from a Max Factor palette, Connoisseur. Well, anyways, you want to take a fluffy brush for this. This will help save you time because it blends it out as you go along. So you have this. I have a smoky brush for smoky eyes. It's good because you get one for detailer and a big one for that. So that way you can get the product on without having to go over it, saving you time. So here we go. We're going to go right the way across the eyelid area. Good thing about Wedge is it's subtle. Pardon the glitter coming through. It just happened when I was priming in the area. Well, it should have that. And it's all blended anyways because it got a fluffy brush. Plus with that you have more control over how much goes on. And we're going to add a little more. This is day look number 1 Pep Assembly. This is especially for high schoolers or college girls. If you don't want this chunky much of a glitter, you can just use a really pearly highlighter too and get the same effect. I'll put the different kinds you can use according to your skin tone in the annotations, so I don't have to repeat myself all the time, because that would make me look boring, and we don't want that. So, going onward. Again, same on the other eye, or this one, so now we're going to do this side. Again, same product, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Well, anyway. Or as Elaine says, yada yada yada. So, yeah. Getting it on there. Get that. It's really pigmented anyway. So, but it is buildable because we used the fluff brush, cutting out extra time to blend it out anyway, when it's already blended out as we put it on our lids. So there are no harsh lines. So all over. right the way up to the socket. And then that is all evened. So that's our first eyeshadow. So to keep the look simple, I'm only going to use 2. You could also use cork if you want a more dramatic look, or if you're darker, 2. I'm still going to put the different adaptations you can do in the annotations later, so watch out for that. So anyways, next I'm going to take Dazzlelights, but also by MAC. I'm sure there are plenty of dupes for that. I'll look for those, and I'll update you about that on the sidebar down below. So any neutral shimmery eyeshadow. This one's Volux Pearl, and it did up the prices since I last ordered. It's now 15 bucks for MAC eyeshadow, but I guess it is worth it if it's selling so much. I don't mind using their products, because I had like 3 eyeshadows from them. Court, Wedge, and this one, which I'm about to use. Where are we now? What we're going to do with that, which is kind of what I had on yesterday, is what I did was I'm going to put it on the ball area of our eyelid. So closing the eye, we're going to just go onto the center. This will add a little extra light to our otherwise somewhat smoked sort of look. But this will draw the eye forward. This is perfect, especially when you have deep set eyes. This will help draw. This will really help the eye go a little forward without drawing it back too much, because we used a darker color on the lid earlier. And I used a fluff brush, so again, to save the time. Because everybody's usually rushing when they're getting to school or college and yada yada yada, or work, or whatever. Yada yada yada. So anyway, same thing. Close the eye. Then now, same thing, we're just going to close the eye again and locate where that ball area is and just place it on there and tap it on. Fluffy brushes are sold practically everywhere, especially at a drugstore. So, yeah, you don't need to get a high-end one. You don't need to. Who'd even want to all the time? I mean, come on, but anyways. Unless you're rich, maybe, but sometimes some people splurge. But I try personally to save as much as I can, and sometimes try some high-end stuff. I'm going to take I'm taking what's left over, applying it to the corner area, also to open it up. Chances are we may have had a long night, or many of us have. So then, and now that's it for our eyeshadows. Oh yes, and you can also add a little to the bottom too, to the bottom lid lash line area too, if you wanted a little extra definition with the same darker mid-tone eyeshadow that we used earlier. So if you want to, you can also highlight the brow bone too with a matte shade, but you don't have to. I didn't, so, and that's okay. Anyway, going on. Now we can choose any eyeliner, a black, a charcoal, a black one I'm using. I'm also going to list the other colors you can use, either in the down bar down below, or on the annotations. So anyways, here it goes. Same way as usual now. I like to thin line that eye as much as possible. Though we don't want it to be too thick for the daytime. But sometimes some eye shapes require it like E.g., if you have a monolid, not all Asians have this. Some people do, some people don't. Some prefer thicker line. Just remember to adapt it to your personality and your preferences. I'm only providing options here. Now, anyways, here we go. Right, all the way in. Oh yes, and making dash lines really helps a ton, and curling your lashes before applying your eye makeup is also good because I tried that today. I mean tonight. So yeah, that's one on the top, and now I'm going to do the bottom waterline of the eye. Again, same principle on the other eye. Okay, it's pretty even. Uh-oh. That went up a little bit. I want to add a little bit of wing to it, so I'm going to add that. And the waterline. Now, when you do that, you always want to be sure that you sharpen your pencils every time, which I'll be doing once I'm finished filming. So anyways, on to mascara. I'm using Supershock Max from Avon in black. You can also use a brown too if you're light haired. And a matching liner or a charcoal like Yves Saint Laurent Sublime Gray if you don't like brown mascara. Which is found at Sephora, by the way. So anyway, going through the lashes. Good thing YouTube is able to record longer than 15 minutes. So anyway, other eye. And this is another reason why I curled before. I should curl my lashes before applying the eye makeup so I don't remove it. Because sometimes I find that when I go to curl my lashes, I accidentally remove some of my eyeliner, especially when it's the pencil kind. But gel and liquid don't do this. So, anyway, the eyes are finished. That was simple. That was simple now, wasn't it? I think so. So, anyways, blush. It's blush time. So, sorry, I got a mess under my nail. Gross. But anyways, same Physicians Formula blush as I've used in previous times. Anybody can use it, I think. Rose is also supposed use universal. I can't talk. So anyways, across the cheekbone, the back of the apple, up. We're kind of going on top of the highlighter that we applied earlier, which I applied before filming. So same thing on the other side, and how it's kind of got a high cheekbone effect. But if I had the money and the means, I probably would have gotten a Maller implant job done. A cheek tub. And you want to blend it now. Now we look a little blush. But not to the point of us looking sick or gaunt or anything like that. Especially if you have a gaunt appearance already, which is when you'd want a sub-mallard implant if you have the money and the means. But you don't have to if you don't want to now. I'm just stating what I'd have done if I had had that problem. Anyways, you can use Benefit's Good to Go lipstick if you have that. I've had that on yesterday, so I don't really want to do that. And this is kind of like a Pep Assembly look. So, I'm going to use this instead, rose pink or all around russet if you're olive, like me. So anyways, this. I'm just putting that on. Again, that's Avon too, Shine Attract lipstick in rose pink. And now this look is all done. If you remember, if you try this look out, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye!